of Christ, even if you know that Jesus will not come for the next 100 years, in your entire lifetime, you will still be faithful. This is a false teaching that's been going on in Christendom for years, that the way to make people holy is teach them Christ may come any moment. Tell this engaged girl, your bridegroom may land up any day, so don't fool around with other men. Is that the way we keep a person as a pure virgin for Christ? These are all psychological, human techniques. And unfortunately, like I've often said, money, music, and psychology have come into the church to replace the power of the Holy Spirit and devotion to Christ. Be careful of that. Be careful that you're not attracted to a church by music. Be careful that you're not attracted to a church by money or by psychology. And psychology can be more dangerous. The human techniques by which you try to make people holy, or very often by fear. And one of the ways to frighten people is Christ may come. So I want to tell you that Jesus said, in the world you will have tribulation. And those were the last words almost that he spoke to the disciples before he prayed in John 17 and John 18. He says, let's go to the garden. And he went to the Garden of Gethsemane. So think of that. Just before he went off to die, he said, you're going to have tribulation. So why is it that we hear so much teaching that we won't have tribulation? Or why is it we are afraid of it? In fact, he said, the world will have tribulation, and as soon as you hear the word tribulation, you know fear comes. That's why the very next words Jesus said was, take courage. Courage is the opposite of fear. What is the reason for not being afraid? There are many reasons why we can say, I'm not going to be afraid. One is, Jesus said in Matthew chapter 10 that they will not be able to touch even a hair on your head. Verse 30, the hairs on your head are all numbered. Therefore, don't fear. That is a good reason. Jesus said that in Matthew chapter 10 and verse 29. The sparrows, 2 sparrows are sold for a cent, yet not one of them will fall to the ground without your Father. Verse 28, therefore don't be afraid of those who